Holding it. Molding it.
Okay, I think we're good.
We're good. Let me just announce it on the Discord. We are live, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, we are back.
Pay attention to the audio. I adjusted. I don't know if we sound really loud or not, but
I think we are good with the audio. Oh, I like this layout. Okay. I think we sound good.
Okay, I increased your volume a little bit.
Okay.
Don't talk.
Got you. Okay.
Nah, you still don't sound that good.
No, damn, bro.
Hold on.
Okay.
All right, hold on. Now listen. wait. Now listen, Jose, please. Listen now, please. Okay. Hey, say something.
Okay, we're testing audio, testing.
All right, perfect. Sounds good.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Good?
sounds good.
Okay, got you.
All right, everyone. Welcome to a new stream. Oh wait, hold up. I gotta turn this off. Okay. Welcome back to a new stream, new week. We're how many weeks strong? Once a week we've been streaming. How many weeks?
Want to rate like 60 some?
60 weeks or so.
60, give or take. Yeah.
More than a year.
More than a year, bro. Damn, dude.
Of me and Jose messaging each other saying, yo, when are we gonna stream? What are we gonna do? And we're on our 60th stream.
Yep. Damn, bro. 60. Damn, bro. That's crazy. That's a lot of time. A
Man.
A year of like every week, keeping in mind, hey, there has to be a stream this week.
Yeah.
Yep. We gotta sneak it in. Damn,
Jose,
dude, that's
I have
crazy.
a question for you, Jose.
Yeah.
Just to start off the stream, not a non-technical question.
Okay.
If you were drowning, what would be your last and final thoughts?
Oh, damn. Okay. In one context,
You're in
do
a
I just like
community.
random?
You're in a community pool.
Okay.
And you went and you got in the pool, and yes, you started drowning. You could in your own head, you could say how you started drowning, but I know what my answer would be.
Okay, I'm gonna say I got a cramp, like a leg cramp, and I just started to sink in.
Yeah.
Oh man. Damn, that's rough. I think my last thought would be trying to reach the ground, like the floor, or thinking of like a solution of how to. I mean, of course, of how to get out and survive, but like, my solution would be, well, my thought, well, in that situation would be how trying to get as far down to the ground, like reach the ground to push up. Right.
Okay.
And so that'd be like my process. Like me, I'm just gonna be like, moving my hands like up, trying to push the water up.
Yeah.
And then I'll be thinking like, all right, once I'm up, what I'm gonna do. But I mean, another question for you now. Am I gonna for sure die?
You're gonna die, yeah.
Okay, got you.
That sounds crazy. I said you're gonna die. Yeah, you're gonna die. It's hypothetical.
No hope.
Hypothetical.
No hope.
I know it's a really tough way to die.
Yeah. But I mean, I would say I'll be scared, dude. I'll be scared. And I wouldn't be thinking about anything. I don't think I'll be thinking about anything because I'll be panicking. I'll be panicking. Yeah. Cause like there's no breath. Like my mind wouldn't be like, oh, let me think of something. It'd be like more, it's blank, and it's just my body trying to survive. You get me?
Yeah.
So I think I wouldn't think of nothing. I'll be just feeling pure panic at that moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
What about you?
Brilliant
I'm interested. I'm interested in yours.
Okay. So actually, mine's very similar.
Okay.
First, I would start off like, okay, why am I drowning right now? Like, why?
Okay.
Like, is someone on me? Is someone like choking me like in the water?
Got you.
Why am I drowning? I know how to swim. So then once that clears, I only have a couple seconds left. Like, I only have a couple seconds. So I think that's gonna be my first question to myself is why am I drowning? And then I'm gonna start to panic and then try to find a way to get out of the water, right? And then that's basically it. I think that's I'm gonna drown, and my last thought is gonna be trying to figure out how to not drown. Because I'm not gonna have time to think. I'm not gonna be like, oh, let me just sit down and reminisce real quick. No, because I'm trying not to not drown.
Yeah.
So don't ask me why that's a question for today, but I don't know. I just thought it was
Dude, we should add that to the stream.
What do you mean? Oh, a question,
a question, initiation. Yeah, random question, like out of nowhere.
Of the stream.
Random question. Yeah.
I like that.
I like that too. Yeah.
Well, in that case, I have another one.
Okay, go for it. I don't mind.
Let me think. Oh, okay. If you could go anywhere right now in your clothes, the current clothes you have on, and go anywhere, like you would teleport anywhere, where would you go? Maybe you could grab your wallet before you teleport.
Okay, got you. Oh, that's
maybe. And it's a 24-hour timer. Once the 24 hours is done, you'll come back.
I transfer. Okay. All right, that's not bad.
With what you have in your hands.
I mean, if I have, it's because I can't really go to another country because I don't got anything. I just my wallet. So,
I'll let you take a phone.
I take a phone. Okay, a phone. I like that. Okay,
like
phone and wallet.
What you carry in your pocket. Yeah, like what you have in your pocket whenever you go out. Yeah.
Got you. Okay, got you. Okay. I mean, I think I'll go back home to my mom. I'll go back home. But okay,
you could do that right now.
Let me give you my second one.
You could do that right now.
First. That is true. But let me give you my second one.
Okay.
Second option. Okay. Might sound weird. I'll go out of space.
We're at in space.
Just like Mars or something like that.
You would go to Mars.
Just go to Mars.
But you're gonna die.
No, just take it back. I'll go to like the space station in like the International Space Station. I'll go there.
Okay.
Yeah, because because if it's a round trip, I would like to go there. Just spend the 24 hours there.
So like what I imagine is like you teleport into the space station and immediately
it'd be
like you start floating and your body reacts and then you die up there too.
What do you mean die up there?
I don't know. I have a feeling like an instant teleportation to the International Space Station. I feel like that's a bad thing. I feel like you got to prep for that. I feel like there's a whole prep. get your body right to go up to the space station, and you're just gonna teleport
I mean,
instantly. You might mess, you might mess up your brain or something. I don't know.
I mean, Katy Perry went up there,
She didn't go to this.
So
She didn't go out of
if she can
space.
do it,
She
I can
went.
do it,
She
bro.
went like a little bit above the clouds.
Damn, bro. I'll run the risk. I'll run the risk.
All
Like right
right.
now, I'll go to the space station. Because I don't know, seeing the world from like outer space. That's like, damn.
Yeah.
Talking to the astronauts and like just something like that. That'll be fun. Because if I
Okay.
go to a country in the clothes that I'm in, with the one on the phone, what am I? First of all, where am I gonna go to sleep? Second of all, where I'm gonna eat? Because if I go to a different country, right, I'm gonna have to spend money on that food,
Yeah.
and I'll probably go to like Spain, France, like Europe. So those places are kind of expensive. So
Okay.
I'm thinking about food, sleep, uh, and yeah, I mean, yeah, because because if I go, but in the space station, I'm there, and I mean, they got plenty of food, and I could just sleep in one of those floating bags,
Okay.
you know. That's my thought process. That's why I didn't say another country, because the other country's like, oh, I think it's a little bit more risky.
All right. You ready for my answer?
Yeah, go for it. Wait. Let me guess. Let me guess.
Okay, take a guess.
Hawaii.
Yeah, I'll choose that. Good
Let's go.
answer.
Let's
Good
go.
answer. Good
Let's
answer.
go. Let's go. Let's
Good
go.
answer.
Let's go.
Yeah, but
Let's
this
go.
time I'm not gonna go to like a popular island. I want to go to an island that's like not so popular, right? I'm gonna
Got you.
I'm gonna
Yes.
spawn on the beach, right? And I'm just
Yeah.
gonna chill wherever there's the nearest hiking area. I'm gonna go on the hike, and you're asking, well, what are you gonna eat? I'm gonna go to the locals, and I'm gonna tell them, you're not gonna believe me, but I just selected your spot as a place to teleport to for 24 hours. As you could tell, I'm not suited with any clothing that fits the island, if you will, or I'm not a
Uh-huh.
tourist, if you will. I'm just someone that was granted the opportunity to be here, and I chose y'all. Do you mind giving me some hospitality for the night so that I can make sure I'm safe and make sure I get to enjoy
Okay.
what your beautiful island has to offer me for 24 hours.
Okay. Okay. I
And
like that.
then
I like that.
and then if they agree, then I do their work. I do all the chores. I feed the chickens, you know, herd the cattle. I don't know what else they got over there. Like, I'm like, like I
Do they
work for
have
them for a
cat
little
over
bit.
there?
I'm sure they do, bro. Like, in the non-local areas, it's not like like Texas cattle. Like, it's not like
Okay.
you got
Okay.
like
Makes
a
sense.
flat farmland. No, I feel like it's more hills and stuff,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
green and stuff, So,
Yeah.
anyways, my point is I'm gonna do other chores for them just so they could give me food and then give me a place to sleep. Like I'm cool with sleeping outside, by the way. Like I could totally
Okay.
sleep on the shore or whatnot. Just don't kill me or protect me, if you will. Like hopefully no one wants to kill me, and I don't think they would, but you know what I mean. So,
Yeah.
anyways, that's what I would choose for 24 hours, and just enjoy it. Uh, I know some people that I've asked the question to, they said they'll go into a bank. Um,
Okay. That makes sense.
yeah, that's kind of the only one I remember. But
Damn.
uh,
But teleporting to a bank to steal money? Oh,
yeah,
not sure how. I mean, you gotta wash that money though.
yeah, there's a lot of
Or you get
logistic issues with
yeah.
that. But
Yeah.
okay, one last thing. Sorry,
Okay, okay. Hey, keep going.
before
It's
we go
okay.
into
It's
the
okay.
stream, I just want to mention this. I was thinking on a drive. I was driving, and I was thinking to myself, what if one day one of the rules of physics or math, or actually physics, one of the rules of physics slightly changes, like just slightly, like by the decimal, will we die? Will we be dead? Will everything in the world stop working? Think about it. Think about it. Like talking about math and talking about physics and space and all that stuff. If one little thing was just pushed off a little bit, like physics wise, will we still be alive?
I mean,
think about it.
So are you talking about, like, just to clarify, the rules of physics, like Newton rules and stuff, like those rules, or the math that exists on physics right now? Like, for example, the fact that there is, I don't know, like the fact that there's life on Earth is like 0. whatever decimal chance, right?
Hi, Mom. How you
Do you
doing,
mean
Mom?
by those numbers?
Sorry, I gotta interrupt you. Mama's in the chat. What's up, Mom? How you doing?
Hey, welcome to the stream.
We're just chatting. We're chatting before we start. We got some angry viewers here. When will you start, bro? We'll start soon. Trust me, soon. Give us 3 minutes. 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
Okay, 3 minutes, and we'll start.
Okay.
So I'm talking about is like, you know how like gravity, for example, it's like negative 9 point something, blah blah blah, or like there's like a number.
Got you. Okay,
there's like a number towards the physics. Like, does that make sense?
Yeah.
So
okay. Yes.
If like one rule changes, like, you know, if one rule decimal changes, will we die?
Well, let me put you this: the Earth spin.
Mm-hmm.
What if it drastically stop?
We die.
We all go flying. Because we're moving with the Earth, right? So we don't feel the Earth moving because we're moving with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're stuck in the Earth, right? And we're moving with it. So if the Earth stops, our bodies want to keep going the direction the Earth was spinning at the same speed and velocity that the Earth was spinning. So everything that was touching the Earth is just gonna go and trying to stay with the speed. Because every object in motion always stays in motion until an opposite force acts upon it.
Okay.
Do you get me with that?
For that. Yes.
I mean, that's the only drastic one that I can think of.
Like imagine if like the waves in space, like the calculations that we know, like what if one of those were gone? Like what if you know, like then it's over. We're done. Like we're physics were not possible.
Yeah, because I mean, because the physics are, like, right now they're very precise.
They're very precise. Yes,
that they're like, the precision makes us live. You know what I'm saying? Like, due to the precision, due to the current state of physics and all that stuff, and science and chemistry, we exist. You know what I'm saying? And so I do get you. Like, let's say we remove one.
Yeah. I did my research and I told a friend of mine, and they mentioned that there's actually a theory on this called the fine-tuning theory.
Ooh.
Yes, and it talks about that, like we're able to live right now due to specific physics and laws or that humans created that we understand, if you will. And anyways, 3 minutes is up. All right, we're starting.
All right, let's
All
go.
right,
Okay,
we're here.
so
Enough
what's
yapping. What are you gonna say, Jose?
what's the approach we're gonna take in it? Because I know me and you,
Okay.
Carlos, were talking a bit before stream.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I don't know if you want to keep on with that goal, with that little path where we had in mind.
Yes. So what we're gonna do
Yes.
is we're gonna put our minds to our younger selves, our beginner selves, and we're still beginners, if you will. We're still, you know, we're learning. We're always learning. We will consider ourselves still beginners. We're still
Yep,
learning.
yep, yep.
But there's different levels of beginners. There's more advanced beginners. There's noobs, if you will, that don't know nothing, right? And what we're gonna do today is we're gonna put ourselves to, or we're gonna put our minds in the shoes of a new computer science student that wants to get into LeetCode and offer tips, offer how we would solve them now, maybe what we were thinking, maybe if we remember our thought process prior to all this experience that we got, uh, and to sort of explain why we might have been thinking that before, and then like explain now on why we wouldn't think like that now, and all that good stuff. So
Yep.
just sort of um,
Reflection.
reflect, but also offer a lot of valuable tips, or maybe they're not valuable. But if someone watches and realizes, oh, I didn't think about it like that, then that's our goal here, is to just offer that sort of help. So I selected this one, Twosome. I feel like it's a
Okay.
very standard one. And I guess we could start by just reading it. And remember, Jose, we're putting ourselves into the shoes of a new CS student, right? And
Okay.
we're gonna just talk about, the problem and blah 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 blah.
All right. Okay. Okay.
All
Hey,
right,
quick question. Quick question.
I'm
Off topic.
I'm here to answer. Off topic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you like my new profile picture at LinkedIn?
I loved it, bro.
Yeah.
That's
All
a
right, bet.
great
Just making
profile
sure.
picture.
Making
Yeah.
sure.
Who
Okay.
took it? I'm
Okay.
a little bit
Gotcha.
jealous.
Ooh, bro. Nah, my girlfriend. My girlfriend took it.
Don't scratch your head, bro. Because once I find out who took it, they gotta go.
They gotta go.
Yeah.
Damn, bro. Nah, it
Well,
was my
maybe I'm
girlfriend.
trying to
Ooh.
get my photo taken like that.
Ooh, bro. I got you, bro. I can take it for you, my guy.
Yeah,
I
I
got some
mean,
tips and tricks.
if you know how to do it, let me know.
I got you, bro. I got you. I got you.
Okay. You want to read
All
it?
right, bet. Yes, I can read this one.
Okay.
So we got problem number one, twosome. This is an easy problem, and it says the following. Given an array of integers nums and an integer target, return indices of the two numbers such that they add up to target. You may assume that each input would have exactly one solution, and you may not use the same element twice. You can return the answer in any order. Okay. Okay. Oh, example one, input nums 2, 7, 11, 15, target 9, output 0, 1. Because nums 0 plus 1 equal 9, we return 0 and 1. Input nums 3, 2, 4, target 6, output 1 and 2. Because 2 and 4 equal 6. Input nums 3, 3, target 6, output 0, 1, because 3 plus 3 equals 6. Okay,
All
okay.
right.
I like this one. Okay, okay, okay.
I'm trying to put myself in a new CS student. First, I'll be wondering, uh,
What I would do here if I was beginning, it would be a nested for loop. I'd say a nested for loop would be um
e
mm,
unfortunately, we don't know how to use. Oh, actually, I'm
mm,
saying for myself.
yeah,
Unfortunately,
I don't know how
I'm
to
not too
see.
familiar with C++, but I'm comfortable with C. I just need a little refresher. I'm not an expert at it, but comfortable with reading C, but they're not the same. Obviously there's C++ is a little bit from what I know, it's supposed to be a better C. Like all the things that people wanted from C is in C++ or something like that. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, dude. I don't care either.
I've heard a little bit of the opposite. I think a lot of people don't like C++.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, it does include a lot more features than C, I think. It's more like, has more libraries and stuff.
Okay, continue with Python.
Hey, thank you. Woo!
Thank you.
Let's go. We got
I'm
the
so
green
glad.
light, baby.
All right. So, so you're saying nested for loop. You're thinking your younger self, your beginner self would want to solve this with a nested for loop.
Yes, I would do a nested for loop for this one.
And the reason for nested for loop is because, and why would you choose a nested for loop over, maybe because you don't know, maybe because...
Yeah, because I mean, if I'm thinking, because if I'm putting myself in the shoes of the knowledge I had when I started the CS, before becoming a CS student, I wouldn't know, like, all right, it's better to sort it and then do like a 2-pointer or something like that. But yeah, if I was in those shoes, I would do a nested for loop.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm trying to think what I would do. Like what I'm trying to think, like my process that on how I would break this down. I think what I would like, I would look at this the example.
Yep.
And I would be like, okay, it's gonna be an array. And I'm trying to think what I would think after that. Like, okay, once I know it's an array, I guess I'll be thinking this. Remember, this is me, a beginner. I'll be thinking, how am I going to return indices of an array? I think that's honestly what I'll be thinking. I'll be thinking like, I don't know, dude. This idea is stupid. I'm done.
I know. I'm a call Oprakash Biradar. So to just like prevent mispronouncing your name, I'm gonna call you OB. But he says, for first index element, I will add all other index elements to check whether it adds up to target or not. Yes.
That's the nested for loop method, correct?
Yeah, I believe so. I think that's the nested. It sounds like a nested for loop. Yep.
Well, let's follow it. You want to follow it? Let's start coding it.
All right, I'm down for that. Yeah.
Okay. So we would say nested for loop. All right. And then we want to create storage, or we want to create a variable that will... Actually, do you need to create a variable?
Variable for what?
I was gonna say we create a variable to keep track of the sum of two indices, but I don't think you would need to do that. But a
I don't think so.
beginner me would do
But
that.
he would. Yep. I agree with that.
But I'm gonna skip that. Okay, so for for
I in range of nums. Ooh.
And then for J.
And J in range
of
nums.
This is supposed to be len nums.
Yes, you smart. You smart. I don't think I would. Would I would do? Let me see. That's interesting. Okay.
What are you thinking? What are you thinking here?
With the I, like starting at position I, would we skip? No, I don't think we would skip. I think you're good. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I was thinking like you would skip like different combinations, but no, I think you're good. You're good.
Okay. And then we say if nums I plus nums j equals target, then add to result array. Okay, so we're going to say we have result, append
I
j.
Yes.
Yay or nay, yay or nay.
Yes.
Boom. Boom, boom. Now the question in hand is this I right here. We keep that or we...
I think it still works.
Or do we not need that?
Oh, it's because no, I think it works.
Or do you say I plus 1?
Yes, that would work. I plus 1, yes.
Like it's every other number after I.
Yeah. 3. Let me see. 2, 3. Yeah, I think that works. Yes, I believe so. Yeah. OB confirms yes, I plus 1.
Perfect. And then you return res.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Run it. Submit it. You get it wrong? Ooh, fast.
Okay.
Damn.
0.64%. Now, Jose, let's explain the code.
Okay.
Something we haven't done in a while.
That's so true. We always skip from like explaining the code.
Yeah.
I know it's something we always did previously. Okay, so here.
Yeah.
Go
ahead.
You want me to explain the code?
I mean,
I got you.
Whatever you want. If you need, we can bounce off, bounce on.
Let's do. I'll explain this one. You explain the other one too.
Okay.
Yeah. Hooray! Hey, thank you, Obi. Thank you. Okay, so here we got a list called res, which is abbreviation for result. That's going to store the indices of the two numbers that add up to the sum. So this is a nested for loop approach where we have in the first loop I that's going to run through length, all the elements. Then j that's going to run one ahead of I, all the way to length. This is just to avoid different same combinations or repeating combinations. So it just makes it a little bit faster. Then on line 8 is where we're going to check if the sum of both numbers at both indices are equal to target. If so, we're going to append it to results. If not, we don't append it. We also have to take into consideration that there's only one target and there's only two unique indices that add up to that target. So after we find the target, we return result. If we can't find the target, it's going to return an empty list. Yes.
Okay. Beautiful. Now, what would be the most optimal solution?
Oh, fast. Okay, let's see.
I know earlier you mentioned sorting it and a two-pointer approach afterwards.
Yeah, but then we lose
the most optimal. You lose the what?
I think you lose the indices.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, that's the only thing where I'm like, Damn, that's interesting. Oh, OB says to use a while loop. Okay. A while loop. Hey, Ali, welcome to the stream.
Hi,
Welcome
Ali.
to the
Hi, Ali.
stream. While loop. Not sure.
Let's look at the topics.
Okay.
Hash table.
I was thinking of a hash table to store the indices.
Okay.
Or, I got you. Okay, I got you. We can use a hash table, right? And we can check. Okay, I got you. So we have a hash table, and we store all the numbers of the array, and then we loop through the array, and we subtract from target. So we say 2. Let's say here, example 1, right? We have the hash table that stores 2, 7, 11, 15, right, in the hash table. The good thing about hash table is that it's constant time. The lookup is constant time. Not constant time, it's O of 1. So it's pretty easy, it's pretty fast. So we loop through 2, 7, 11, 15, right? And we get 2 and we subtract 9, right? That gives us 7, right? So we get the result of the subtraction and we check if that 7 is
in the
hash table. Yes. If the hash table lookup is O of 1, that means it's, linear, it's good, it's pretty fast. And we don't need a nested loop because we're just traversing one time. I think that's the fastest way.
I like that.
Yeah.
Are all the numbers unique?
No, they're not.
What if you have 2 2s and one's at index?
Oh, okay, I get you.
Index 3 and one's at index 1.
We can do it by.
You can add both of those indices to the result, right? Because technically.
That is true. That is true. Yes, that is true. That is true. But on example 3, we're going to have both the number 3s in indices 0, but they're different. One is in 0 and one is in 1.
So maybe you could put a condition that's like if it's the same number. Ooh, this one's tricky.
Or we can just say put the indices as keys and the values as the elements. And we can just do the hashtag keys. They're like, hey, no, values say like, hey, if this element is on the values, give me the key. I don't know if that's possible.
I want to see what the solution says. Shall we or no?
Okay. Yeah, I'm down.
Oh, wait, look at this one.
Well, we can check that. Yeah, we can check that one. That was pretty fast. Oh, we even had
we might have just. Okay.
Oh, okay, I see. Okay, I see what this is doing. So it's getting the complement. Oh, okay, that's smart. Okay. So here what's doing is getting the subtraction, the difference, and it's saving it on D, which is a dictionary on D. And saving it on that D, and then so we keep going, and so once we get the difference, we say, hey, is a difference inside D, and if I is not equal, okay, so if I is not, if the new difference doesn't share the same indices as the num that we're looking at right now. So for example, to avoid like let's say our value is 4, right? And we have a 2, and we might be using the same 2s. So that if condition, like if it's on the dictionary and if I is not the same as the indice of the complement. If so, you return it. If not, you add the difference to the dictionary, right? And you save the indice. Not the difference, the number into the dictionary. Yearnay.
So I'm a little bit confused on how this right here, like what it like. Oh, wait. Oh, there's always gonna be.
There's always going to be 2. There's always going to be 2.
There's only one solution.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's no multi. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense then.
Yeah. Yep. But this and the nums at index. Yeah. Okay. So that makes sense. The if statement just to check they're not in the same. They're not. We're not using the same number twice.
Very interesting. I don't want to discredit us, but do you think we did this?
I think so. I think so. Hopefully. But that was interesting. That's interesting. We solved it almost a year ago on June 10.
Wait, how do I see
Go
oh,
to submissions and it says June 10.
Nah, we didn't do this.
Come on, brother. You
No,
got
look. We did this what was that?
Oh, we did it the same day. Oh, damn.
Yeah, we didn't do that, dude.
Oof, bro, exposed.
This July 10th. You know what? I can even. We're gonna find it. We're gonna find
We
it.
exposing us right now.
July. That would be like. What is this? May? Okay, we're
May,
almost
a little
there.
before, almost.
Wait. Will it be forward, more top, or?
Yeah, more top.
Which one did I do? This one? Okay. Maybe let's try this one. June, okay.
Oh,
Which one did I do?
I think it's that one. Yeah, it's the one with the shades.
Maybe this one? June.
Okay. No, it's the one with the shades. I think it's the one with the shades.
This one. No, but
June, July. Oh no. Okay. Yeah. We're still going. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know my months.
July 21st.
Ufas.
Okay, it must be this one, maybe. July 10th. Okay.
Oh, damn, dude.
Let's see. We're trying to solve it. We're trying to solve it. We're trying to solve it. We accepted it. Oh, we already got the...
Dude, you could barely see me, bro. What the heck? Damn. Blended in with the background.
Yeah, you did.
Okay,
yeah. What's our next problem?
Wait. Ooh.
Well, we gotta update our insane level, bro.
Insane level. Okay. I mean, I'm pretty chill right now. I'm pretty chill.
I'm chill.
Yeah. Ooh. I would say like a 3.
3?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give myself a 2.5.
Okay. I like that.
All right. Next problem. What do you think?
Ooh, bro. Let's do the island one. Number of islands. I like that one. Oh, should we? Or should we? Or should we try to find the one where the first graph problem we did?
Graph problem.
Which I don't remember which one it was. I think it was that one. Never mind.
Good night, Mom. Good night, Mom.
Hey, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Take care. Have a restful night.
Right.
I don't think
Dude, I don't even know if I could solve this. Like easily.
No, let's do island. Let's do the island one. Number of islands. I like that problem. Number of islands.
A medium?
When you were little, would you say Iceland's? Iceland's?
Maybe.
Or you always said island?
Like, what do you mean little? Like how old?
Like 6, 7?
Maybe. Do you remember when you gained consciousness?
I don't. I don't. Do you?
My furthest memory that I could think of, if it's even a memory, maybe it's fabricated, maybe it's like a false memory.
Ooh.
But I was in the back of my parents' like SUV type car.
Okay.
As a little kid on my actually no. I don't feel like that's true. So my furthest memory I could think of is like Pirates of the Caribbean or Caribbean. I say Caribbean, I don't know why. And like I was getting my milk, like my bottled milk. And like warming it up in the microwave. That's how I liked it back then.
You warmed it up.
No.
Damn, bro. That's crazy, dude. Like a 1-year-old warming up their own milk? That's crazy, dude.
No, but I remember like remembering my mom carrying me and warming up my milk.
You don't like cold milk?
No, this is when I was a kid, like a baby. This is when I was a little infant.
You didn't like a cold milk when you were a baby?
No, I wanted hot milk, warm milk.
Oh, man. I mean, I don't even remember when.
But maybe that's not even like. Obviously, I know it's true because my parents told me, but maybe that's not even a vivid memory. Maybe
it's
like a mesh of a bunch of memories, and that's what I think of.
Dude, they're talking about memories and like how far you can go. I found a video where I'm baby me of baby me. Like I was in my uh I think aunt's house, and there were my cousins were there, and they're like big. They're like 15 years older than me. And they were carrying me, dude. I was a baby, bro. I was
You
like
have a
very
video
like
of
bro. I
that.
was yeah, video. I was like a foot long, bro. I was like those Subway foot long things, dude. That was me. That was me.
Man, I wish
And I
I
was like,
was young enough to have
damn.
videos of me as a baby.
Yeah, dude. Oh, it was a video like what is this? Cassettes? The cassettes?
Okay.
But they had a player and they took a video of the TV. It's not the original video. It's just a video of the TV that's displaying the cassette. Or like see the black one, I think it's called CV cassette or something like that. It's just like the black ones.
VHS? I don't know.
There you go, VHS. Yes, yes, yes. And dude, I don't remember any of that, bro. I don't remember them carrying me. I don't remember none of that, dude. And it's crazy. Like 3 years of your life gone, just like that. Nothing.
You got me thinking.
Food for thought. Food for thought.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. My earliest memory is somewhere over there. I don't know.
Now for me, my earliest memory, 5 years, 5, 6 years. That's the furthest I could go. Other than that, yeah, I don't. It's
That
blank.
was
I
like
don't
3 years ago.
know. What the hell? That was yesterday. Oh,
Yeah.
fun, bro. Oh, fun, bro.
All right, we're back at it.
Okay, let's get this one. All right, let's see this one. I like this problem a lot because I think it was Michael that helped us out with this one. Michael Orcus, one of the OGs, helped us out with this one. Um, and I really like this one. I love doing the solution, the moves, the directions, the lefts and ups and stuff. I
Yeah.
like that. I like that. I like that implementation. But
But
beginner me would run away from this problem. Would
shit,
like
I'll run away
skedaddle.
from this problem right now.
I would skedaddle from this.
I'm
We got
skedaddling right now, bro.
Edgelade. Yo, yo, welcome to the stream. Haven't seen you here before, so welcome to the
I
channel,
have.
welcome to the streams. Oh, really? Okay,
I
never
don't
mind.
know.
Take it back.
I don't know when, but yeah.
Okay, I take it back. Welcome back then. Um, but yeah, you would run away from this one?
Yeah.
Really?
I need to conquer my fears of grids, of 2D
There,
arrays.
it's because these ones are fun. These ones are fun. Oh, it's
AV.
AV. AV. I remember AV. I remember
No,
calling
I don't
somebody
remember AV.
AV. I don't remember the full name, but I know we were calling somebody AV because we couldn't pronounce their name. I remember that. I remember that. So, hey, welcome back, AV. Welcome back.
Well,
I do remember.
I remember Escalade though.
Not sure. Not sure. But I do remember AV.
I don't think grids are hard. It's just that like my PTSD as a beginner, which I'm still am like relatively a beginner, like it just doesn't like grids.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, mm, the
It's
way
just
I see
my
of them.
it's just my
Uh-huh.
PTSD talking.
Yeah, okay, okay, okay. Um, it's because there are some of them. I think the implementation is very complex. That if you don't, that's very hard to debug or to figure out what's happening. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, Okay,
Well, oh yes,
Escalade
yes.
is a LeetCode profile name. Okay, that makes sense.
Escalade is the person we looked up on LeetCode because they had like really good. Their rank was really good or something, and we looked them up.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. I get you. I get you now.
But that's man, my memory's been off the charts recently.
Ooh,
That's not
fives.
okay. Where are we at, Jose? What are we doing?
Oh yeah. I mean, are you down to just
Yeah,
explore this
I'm
one
gonna
and
let you take it
see?
though because I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna learn with you. I mean, you're the teacher for this one.
Okay. So, do you want to solve it from scratch? Or just gonna go
Oh shoot,
through the code? I would say through the code,
go through
no?
the code.
Or you
Okay, yeah,
wanna?
let's do
Yeah,
that.
let's
Let's do
go
that.
through the code. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So here,
I have
this
a
is just
really
to
cool.
uh-huh.
I'll tell you this off stream. It's a stream idea.
Okay. Bet. So, this is number violence. One of my favorite problems. It's very fun, very cool. So, and it's a medium problem. It says the following: given a M2N 2D binary grid, which represents a map of one on land and zero water, return the number of islands. An island is surrounded by water and is formed by connecting adjacent lands horizontally or vertically. You may assume all four edges of the grid are surrounded by water. Okay. So, for example, here we had to count the number grid of islands. We got grid, which is 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, right? And there's only one land, right, which is all connected by other ones. Example two, we got three because we have the one on the top right, top left, the one in the bottom middle, and the one on the bottom right. Yeah. And they're not one single piece of land because they're not connected horizontally or vertically. They're connected diagonally, but not horizontally or vertically. So that's a key point. Key point to understand that. So here, for this implementation, I believe we went with DFS, which is a depth first search. So we go, is it a DFS or BFS?
I think it's breadth first
No,
search
right. It's a
because
breadth first search.
we're using
Yeah,
the queues.
a queue. Okay, so it's a breadth first search. I think we just got confused, calling it DFS. So a breadth first search because we go visit all the neighbors. Yeah, that makes sense. So here we got a queue. We got a directions. This directions. Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot to. We first create two variables called columns, which just gets the number of columns and the number of rows per column. And then we create this function called df, but in essence, we're doing a breadth first search, so it should be bf. And then the first thing we do is the directions. These directions are going to help us move up, down, left, right of a single point, right? And as you can tell, there's only four directions because we're only going horizontally, which is up and down. And no, that's vertically, up, down, horizontally, left, right. So that's what we got, four. And the negatives 1 and 0 just represents where we're moving. So here we create a queue, call it a DQ, and we append the first point, X and Y. And then we create a visited. This visited is going to prevent us from going to nodes or specific indices in the graph that we already visited. So we won't repeat numbers and we end up in an infinite loop. So now we create a queue. Since this is breadth first search approach, we want to create a queue to explore all of its neighbors, right? All of the neighbors of a specific origin point. So we grab here, go in there, we pop the left, which is X and Y, and then we say, hey, is X and Y visited? If it's so, we don't explore it. We continue, move on to the next point. If it's not visited, that means it's brand new. We're gonna go in there and be like, hey, yo, right? Let's append it to visit it because we want to mark that as we already been there. Let's not go into there. And we're going to give it a value of 0. right? This zero is going to help us to just know, to help us for the problem, saying like, hey, it's zero. Instead of land, let's put water because we already visited. It's just another way of branding it as visited. And then on the for loop on line 26, we loop through the directions. And as you can tell on line 11, the directions array of tuples as -1 and 0. So on 26, we forgot the word. We destructure the tuples, right, into x and y. X represents the -1, the x, which is I think it's the up and down, and y, the horizontal. And we alter the origin point. So we move either one direction up, right, left, right, and we save it to this new x and new y. And we check if this new position that we got, if it's in inbounds, right? And if it's not water, because we don't want to move through we don't want to visit water because that's not land. So we check if it's inbounds and we check if it's not water. And if everything plans out, we append it to the queue and we repeat this, repeat this, repeat this, and repeat this, and repeat this, and repeat this all the way through. Okay? And then the most important part is the for loop below, where we're going to loop through the entire grid, right? And until we find the first one. Once we find the first one, right, we are going to go with a breadth first search and just visit all of its neighbors and continue visiting and visiting all the ones and all the possible ones and just moving on, right? And then here, that's where the 0 becomes very important until of line 24. That 0 becomes important because for every visited one, we want to turn it to 0. Why? Because on this for loop on the bottom, it's going to look through all the ones, other ones, other ones, other ones, other ones, other ones. So we're going to be repeating ones. So as soon as we see one, turn it into 0 so we won't run into it again. And after that, we call every one that we see, we call DFS. As soon as DFS finishes, we increment the counter because we just, hey, we just finished on islands. And then we keep on going and keep on going. We keep on going, looping through the grid until we find the next one. And then we return counter, which represents the number of islands. Yeah.
I have a question. I'm not understanding this 0.
Okay, I got you. So here in this for loop, here's where the code is gonna start on this for loop, right? So the first thing we're gonna do is loop through all the grid, right? So we're gonna go through and visit every single cell, trying looking for one, right? So let's say on example 1, we got that one, right? And we traverse. We call df on that one, and we traverse everything, right? Boom, 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 every other ones, right? And once we do that, we come back to the for loop, right? And we go on to the next cell, right? Because we're traversing each cell. But hey, wait a minute, that's a 1 too, right? And we go and we call DFS on that, and we go and we loop it through. But hey, isn't that the same island as the previous one?
Yeah.
So here, when we say visited, we're going to say, hey, turn all the ones that I've seen into zeros. That way, there's no more, we don't repeat the same island.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's the only, yeah.
And okay, because my confusion was like, well, like for example, this one, like if it turns this one 0, like you're not going to be able to count it, but it's never going to reach that because our directions are only up, down, left, right. So
yeah, they're no
we won't reach that from this right here. So okay, perfect.
Yeah.
This is a good problem then.
It is. Yeah, it's one of my favorites.
The checking the out of bounds too is really neat. But this part right here is probably one of the most important. Is the
changing
it to 0. I need to wash my hands. I just killed a mosquito.
All right, yeah, go for it. Go for it.
I'll be right back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But yeah, I like this problem, and I like this grid problems because it kind of followed the same structure, which is the queue and that stuff. So it's just kind of copy pasting the same base and stuff, and just like molding it or shifting it to fit the question or solve the specific problem. So that's why I like this one. So hopefully you guys liked it. I think we saw it in stream. I'm pretty sure we did. So not sure what stream it is, but we did. We did. Oh, Escalade. Okay. Oh, you want to take a recommendation, Carlos, or
you know what? I'm down.
I'm down.
If it's a hard problem, GG's. If it's a medium, okay, we're working with something. If it's an easy, depending on the topic, it all depends on the topic. But yes, please, we don't shy away from it.
Yeah.
We don't shy away from it.
Yep.
Oh man,
dude, you. Yes,
while we're waiting for the recommendation.
Oh, 435. Okay. Oh,
that scared me at first.
I think I've seen this one. I think I've seen this one. I think I've seen this one. I think so. It sounds similar because I think AV recommended this one before. I think so. Not sure. But all right, you want to take it on and see how far we can go?
Sure.
Sure?
I'm just reading it a little bit.
Okay. You want to read this one?
Yeah.
All right. Bet.
All right. So this is 435 non-overlapping intervals, medium question, given an array of intervals, where intervals at I equals to the start of I to the end of I. I might need to figure out what this means, but return the minimum numbers of intervals you need to remove to make the rest of the intervals non-overlapping. Note that intervals which only touch at a point are non-overlapping. For example, 1 and 2 and 2 and 3 are non-overlapping. Okay. Example 1. We have an array of intervals. We have 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 1, 3. The output is 1 because 1, 3 can be removed and the rest of the intervals are non-overlapping. Okay. So since these are direct points, these aren't overlapping. Okay, that kind of makes sense now. We got input, we got example 2. Input 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. X, and the output is 2. Why? Because you need to remove 2, 1 and 2s to make the rest of the intervals non-overlapping, which makes sense. Example 3, you have intervals 1, 2, 2, 3. Output is 0. You don't need to remove any of the intervals since they're already non-overlapping. Okay.
Go fast.
Oh, okay. This means like intervals I, you have a start and end per. Okay, perfect. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. And the key though is that note that intervals which only touch at a point are non-overlapping. Okay. So yeah. That's interesting.
I'm thinking of like a timeline, like a number line.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. That's not my visualization that I'm doing right now. But how can we detect the intervals? That's the question. Okay. All right, so we know that they're not in order. They're not in order.
Oh yeah, let's look at the constraints. Sorry. Intervals length 1 less than equal to yeah, whatever that means. Interval is always going to be 2. Okay. Oh, so I see what you're saying. You're saying, oh, wait, Jose.
Yep.
You said you're thinking about it like a timeline?
Like a number line. Year and A.
Yay. I'm thinking.
I'm doing a little sketch and skeleton draw right now. I don't know if you want to share it with you.
That'd be great.
That would be, yeah, okay, let me share it, because this one is gonna take some time. There, I sent it to you just right now. Let me know if you got it.
Okay, let's see some drawings.
I think at the bottom, I'm right here.
I don't see you.
Oh no! What?
What? Where are you at?
No, I don't think we're in the same one.
And then try it again.
All right, let me see.
I'm here.
Oh, there we go. You're here.
Okay.
Go down. All the way down. More. Right there.
Okay.
So I was thinking it like this for the first problem, where we have, this one right here. Shoom. Oh, too big. Got this one right here. Then we got the second one right here. And then we got the third one right here. But then we got the other one right here, which is like 1, 2, 3. So this white one is the overlapping one. Yeah or nay?
Yay.
Yeah, that's how I'm seeing it. That's how I'm visualizing it. We have to capture these ones, the ones that are like reach a lot.
Well, the question is, return the. Okay, so we can return X amount of intervals to make sure it's not lapping.
Mm-hmm.
Do they have to be like in order? Like, does it have to be chained though? Like, let's say we have 1, 2, and then we have 3, 5. Let's just say we remove 2 intervals, and our remainder were 1, 2, and 3, and 4, 5. Like they're like 2 and 4 don't connect. But like, is that still good?
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a question. Just throwing stuff out there. What if we look for the largest number and we look for the smallest number? No, I mean that's all. I think. Okay, I'm gonna keep going. And then we know that if we continue searching, if we get a number that is, no, that doesn't make sense. Okay, ignore that one. Sorry.
Good.
I mean,
Damn, we just need to.
I like the timeline visualization, but we would need to check. We would need to like add the 1 and 3, like this one. Like let's say we loop the interviews from left to right, and we add this one to something, and we need to somehow find a way that this brings back a red flag.
Yes.
Like what if there's like a result timeline, right? And we're looping through the array and we're adding it to its spots, and then if the current if the current doesn't match to a spot, then we exit out before we even add it to the thing. Can I look at the topics?
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Ufas.
Ufas. Okay. That's not good. Um. And two. Damn, bro. Okay, that's tough. One and two. One and two. Because they're not sorted. Can you go to example 3 just to see? Okay, I see. I see. I see. Okay, so I'd say first determine the definition of overlapping so you can identify best way to approach solution. Okay, 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 okay. Okay, got you, got you.
Okay.
So what I would say the definition of the overlapping is that we have, right, like in example 1, we have 1 and 2, 2 and 3, right? Then we have another point that covers the same distance, like 1, 3 covers the same distance that it's already being covered. You know what I'm saying? Like 1 and 2 and 2 and 3, those 2 points cover from 1 to 3, right? But then 1 and 3 comes in and it tries to, it falls on top of those.
Yeah.
Just like in the number line.
I would say, like you mentioned, it's either if this interval is the same as another interval, or the range of this interval.
Okay.
What happened? Or the range of this interval. Hold up. Or one of these values in the other intervals falls within the range of that interval. For example, 2.
Okay.
2 falls in the range of this. So that's overlapping. And let's say if it was just 1 and 2, this is a duplicate with that one, that will overlap.
Got you. Okay. Okay, I like that. I was thinking around the same thing. But what if, right, for example, 1 and 2 and 2 and 3, right? We say, okay, we have 1 and 2, 2 and 3. We have 2 incoming. So let's drop the 2 and keep the 1 and 3. Because now we got a new, we have to keep an updated interval. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, you're nasty.
For example, I'm going to take it to Scotty Draw.
Okay.
Just to explore the idea out. Because I know you said it, like we have to figure out a way to determine, like if 1 and 3 is inside the interval, right? But how can we actually keep like a possible? How can we keep it like a number line or the space or the numbers that we covered?
That assumes the intervals are sorted, no?
That is true.
But keep going.
Okay, let's see. Because it might work without them being sorted too. So we got 1, 2, 2, and 3, and we got 3 and 4, right? I think.
Okay.
We go like
3
this.
and
Bam,
4, and then
bam,
1,
bam.
3.
1, 3. Like this. So here we come in here and we're like, hey, you 1 and 2, right? We have a current interval, 1 and 2. 1 and 2.
Yep.
Right? We have this current interval.
Ooh.
And then we say, hey.
I like what's coming.
Dude, this is my thought process.
I like it. I like it, dude. I'm thinking of something crazy, and I think it's along the lines of yours. Keep going.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna check the starting point 1 and starting point 2.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do what will fit best for this case, and then we can look for edge cases.
Okay.
Yeah, because I want to get like the idea of it set. So we can say, okay, starting point. The ending point is here's 2. Hey,
Yep.
you're the same, right? 2 and 2. Okay, let's update this into 1. Drop the 2's, right? Because they're the same, and we have our new interval, right? And this is gonna be like a variable 1 and 3, right? And then we're gonna say, okay, bet, cool. And then we're gonna go to this one, 3 and 4, and say, hey, 3 and 3, same, right? I end at 3 and you start at 3. So that means we can drop each other and create a new interval, 1 and 4. Yeah or nay?
Yeah.
Was this around the same
Yeah.
idea you were going with?
Yeah.
Okay. Then here we can say, hey, 4 and 1. All right, I'm bigger than you. You're lower than me. That means that you're overlapping. Because if this was another number, like say 2, right? 4 is still bigger. I'm ending at 4. And you're starting at 2. That means that you're starting inside the interval we have already.
Yep.
For example, in a number line, if we have it right here, we have 1 and 4. We got 2 and 3, right? We say,
Yep.
hey, our interval is right here. This is our current interval. Yeah or nay?
Yep.
And then you say, hey, 4 is bigger than 2. So we can say, hey, 2 goes to 3. You're overlapping because you start inside of the interval. You know what I'm saying? You're starting inside our interval 1 and 4. You're bigger than the starting point and slower and smaller than our ending point. So you have to start in the middle, causing it to being overlapping.
Okay, I thought of an edge case. Or not an edge
Okay.
case, a test case.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, for sure. This is just a sketch. Well, yeah. Not sure if it works. Uh-huh.
Tell me a workaround if, let's say, this wasn't here.
Okay,
And
I
this
see it.
was.
Okay,
This
I get you.
was
Yeah.
4, 5.
Okay, yeah. I was thinking about the edge case. So, yeah. That's one thing that I wanted to check it
Like if
out
there's a
because
gap.
yeah, I get you. Huh. It doesn't say that they're gonna start, right?
Doesn't say
Let me
what?
see.
Oh, let me see.
Can you go back to the problem
Yeah.
problem description? Oh, let me pull it up over here. Note that intervals which only touch at one point over. Because what is an interval? Like, because it doesn't specify like an interval. Like, an interval can be jumping.
The interval is just the start and the end. But the intervals list, that doesn't say whether
Okay, gotcha.
each
Okay,
interval in there is going to be sequential.
Yeah. Okay, let's plan it out. If you think there's a better solution, you let me know, because I don't want to get like far into like deep into the solution, and then you might have one that might work. So you let me know when it's like, okay, let's cut it off here, and we can move to another approach. Yeah or nay?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Bet. So here, 1 and 2, 4 and 5. That you're right here though. You're right here with this edge case because I was thinking about this one. I'm not sure how to handle it.
Just throwing this out there. What about? I'm ignoring the topics now. The topics and stuff. What about a dictionary?
Okay, how would that work? Let's see.
Like if there's duplicates in the dictionary, maybe there's something there. We can quickly identify, okay, there's overlapping. But the question is, how do you know which intervals to remove?
But how would you? What do you mean, like with a dictionary? How would you know that there's overlapping? Or how would you structure a dictionary? Like, would you store each interval into the dictionary?
I was initially imagining just looping through each number.
Okay.
But nah, that might not work.
I mean, it might.
Or I also thought about, what if we dynamically have an array with the set length, right? Not saying this is the most optimal, but it's like
Oh, okay. I see. Like,
an array.
have it as um, have it as a number line.
Yeah, literally like a number line. And we
Okay,
start
okay.
with
I
this
see.
one, and right, and then we're
We
like, then we create the array to be from 1 to 2, and then we get this one 1 to 3, right? If they're sequential, and then if we get a 4 to 5, we know, okay, this needs to be at the end, 4 and 5 needs to be there, but the 3 needs to be a 0, like in the list, like it's going to be blank.
yeah.
And then if we get another number in there, like if we get another interval and we're like, okay, 2, you locate 2 in the array that we have, and it's there, and you locate 3 and it's not there, it'll be a 0, then you're like, okay, then this could work. But if both of them are located, are both ones, then maybe that shows that it's a overlap.
Okay, but what if the range is not the difference between both numbers? Now one is like 5. We got 4 and 9.
You fill them all with ones in the array that we
Okay,
have.
got you. That could work, honestly. Honestly, that could work. Uh-huh. That could work. We just have
Like,
to know
can we
the
get, oh my,
size.
oh, I just
Not?
got scared. Can you give me like an
Oh.
example set intervals, and I want to see if it works.
I think it would work. The only thing
I
that
think
I'm scared
this.
about is finding the exact size of the array.
What do you mean by that?
Like, how big is the array gonna be?
Well, where it's always going to
Oh,
change.
yeah, we can always append it. Well, we can always append like a values into it.
No, I don't even know if it's going to run. Like, it might not even pass the time complexity. But
Oh, that is
that's
true.
but that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Okay. AV said your solutions work logically. Not sure if that's good.
Are we supposed to make solutions that work emotionally?
We go by emotions. I mean, but I think what he means is like,
that was a
hey.
joke, brother.
Okay.
No, I was telling Escalade that was a joke. My bad.
Alright, cool. I good. Huh.
No, no, but what do you mean by that? What do you mean it works logically?
Like it works on paper, but not in coding.
Mm.
Yeah.
Can we get some hints? Is there
Okay,
hints
he
in the
said I
question?
would say to start coding it out and you will see if anything needs to be changed. Okay. You want to use hints?
We have any hints?
We don't have?
Like if Escalade wants to give us hints, maybe?
Oh, he said to just start coding and see if anything has to be changed.
Okay.
Move fast. You want to start coding?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, but which approach? Oh, he
Oh, okay,
said he can give us a
Escalade.
hint if he
Hint?
wants.
Okay, we take some hints. We'll take some hints. I want to get it done within the next 15 minutes. We can't stream too late. But it is a good and interesting problem though.
Yeah, you got me thinking. You okay? You okay? Oh, hey, go again.
But I'd say start coding to see if you get stumped like hell. Okay.
Okay, bet.
All right. So
Okay, what
what we're
approach?
gonna
What
do?
approach?
Okay. You want to do your approach?
No, whatever your call, my guy. Up to you. I'm gonna let you lead the way.
I feel like maybe I'm interested on the second approach.
Okay, yeah, we can do that one.
Okay. So dynamically create array as you go. Check if start and end of interval overlaps with timeline array. Okay. So we'll have a
Okay.
timeline, which will be an array times
Okay. I'd say I'd sort the interval array so you don't need to merge. This way you can compare intervals end time and next interval start time to see if there's any overlap in the case. In this case, the end time can be stored in a pref variable. Okay. Okay, so in one, I'd say
how
I'd
come we
sort the
never thought
interval.
about that? To sort it.
It's because I'm not sure how the sorting works. Like, would it sort based? Okay. Okay. I mean, we can try by sorting it. I'm not sure if you want to. You down? Or you want to keep doing the timeline?
No. Oh, I'm interested to see how this works, but let's do that just so we could get it. We could get it completed. So
All right, but
let's shelf this one. But I think on my own time, I'm gonna try this.
I'm
I'm gonna
curious. How are you going to
see
determine the length of
overlap.
the array?
Oh,
No,
the length.
the length of the time.
The initial length is gonna be the first interval.
Got you. Okay,
And then
bet.
like you get the next one and you're like, okay, we have 2 already as an end, so this is fine. Oh, we have a 3 now. That's greater than this. So then you extend it. to 1 to 3. But you make sure that 2 to 3 are from start to end, you're filling them with ones.
Gotcha. Okay,
And
fair.
so you might get an array that's like, not using this example, maybe using another example. You get an array that's like 1, and in the index is this. The index are the values and the intervals. But in the timeline, you're gonna get 1, 1, 1, 1, and then 0, and then 1, 1, 0, or like those are examples, right? So
Yeah.
let's say it starts at 1. Let's say the indexes start at 1. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5. There's a gap on 5. Like we don't have an interval that starts at 5. And then we don't have an interval that starts at 5, 6, 7, 8. At 8. Maybe. And then like, so whenever you get a new interval and you see like, okay, 5 and 6, well, that's still valid because 5 is at 0, so you turn it to 1, and then the end could still be like, you can have 5 and 6 and 6 and 7. Like, that's still fair. So even though 6 is a 1, that's not overlapping on a 5 and 6 interval.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah, I think I get you.
But
Yes.
if you have a new interval that's like 1 and 2, and you go to 1 and 2, and they're both ones, then you know that's an overlap.
Yeah. I get you.
Okay. Anyways.
Right. Yeah. Okay. That's an interesting approach.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting how to do that, like how to replicate a number line. That'd be interesting to see. So if you saw it, bro, send me the code. I want to see that one.
Okay, bet. Let's see. What are we doing now?
Arturo,
Okay.
nice code. Thank you. Welcome to the
Intervals.
stream.
Intervals dot sort. Okay. Prints. Let's see what we get.
Oh.
And then
I'm wondering. Okay.
What's up? And then Escalate said, compare interval end time with the next interval start time, see if there's an overlap. And the previous, okay. Previous stores what? This stores this? Yes, stores that. Okay. So for
interval, I'd say.
Full and intervals for.
Oh wait, do you want to destructure it? Like get the 1 and 2, the start time and end time?
Sure.
Huh?
Sure. So
Can
you do that with them?
Oh, because they're arrays. Okay, never mind. Take it back.
For can you do this? Start in?
I believe so. Okay, you can unpack it. You can't. Oh, fast. Okay, makes sense. Oh, it's intervals. Oh no, never mind.
You could say
No,
like
you're right.
intervals 0 and 1, no? Or something like that?
Yes. I believe so. I think you still need the
Okay.
Wait. Okay, I'll let you cook.
No, I'm thinking. For previous is like none, I guess. And then if previous equals none, continue. And then
Whoa.
Then you compare if previous. Oh, okay.
Okay. Yes.
Well, we need to keep track of a previous. If previous equals none. Oh, okay. If previous equals none, then previous equals interval at 1.
Yes.
Yes. And then you say if previous greater than, right? If
Interval 0.
previous greater than interval 0, then you want to...
Counter plus.
Huh?
Counter plus, I think.
Why that?
Because that's where because you're counting how many intervals you want to push out, not
Yes.
Oh, we have to update the previous. Wait. Wait, no, I don't think you have to. Oh, that's interesting.
What are you thinking?
Because I was thinking to update previous. I'm not sure if that's the right spot to count previous. Okay, no, Escalade said nice. So I think you did it right. You did it right. Take it back. I take it back. Move fast. So we got two bigger than 1. Then we go 3. 3 not equal. Okay, I see. Because it's looking at 3 and it's comparing it to the 2.
Where?
So you know how we sorted it out? So it was going to be 1 2, 1 3, then 2 3, right? Like in its sorted form. I don't know if you want to print it out. That way we got a better visual. Okay, yeah. So you're comparing the 2 to the 1. So that's 1. Then you're comparing the 3 to the 2, which is saying,
So
hey, that's the overlap.
You need to skip this all around. Once you have an overlap, you completely move on.
Okay, so here it's saying so pref will be min of previous and interval 1. According to Escalade. You know, he's the expert here.
Say that again?
Escalade say will be the min.
Like that?
Yes, I believe so.
Oh wow.
Okay, let's see this. So you're saying, why would you want the minimum? That's interesting.
Yes. Because
why do we want the smallest?
I think it makes sense, but I don't know how to explain it. So maybe it doesn't make sense to me.
Because
you don't want the greatest. I know that.
Why not?
Because this is an overlap.
Got you. Okay, I get you.
Like
I
what
get
we
you.
want
Yeah,
to
I
do
get you.
is if
Yeah, skip that. It's
we
okay.
want to skip that.
Yeah. So okay, that makes sense.
So if you say the minimum, I think it's always gonna be this.
Okay.
It's sorted. It's always gonna be this. If this is 2 as well, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, it will still be 2.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah. Okay. And it says because you want to make sure the smallest start of end is kept to maintain the overlap check to hold property rule. Okay, so I think it goes back to what you're saying, Carlos. Yeah.
Should we submit it? No. Should we submit?
I think we should trust escalate.
AV.
Oh, fast. Oh, fast.
Go ahead and log
Told
out
you
for
not to
me.
submit. Told you not to submit.
Go ahead and log out for me.
Told you not to submit.
All right, let's see what happened.
All right, let's run it.
What happened? What happened?
Yeah, let's print that. Let's print that. So we got 02, 21. That's an overlap. 4. Mm-hmm. 4. And then that's an overlap right there. Oh, but we did 2.
Why isn't this one not counting?
It says also, I think your original none should be negative inf. Change the first if statement. So if pref is less than the first element. Wait a minute, but that the previous number.
Yeah, your name.
Okay, so yes, I think so. Yeah, but I think it's greater than or equal according to escalate. All right, so let's think about this. Let's think about this one. So interval 0, it's greater than pref. Okay. Okay.
Oh, is that why it wasn't counting? Because we had a 0.
Yeah, I think so.
That's Should we submit now?
But I'm not.
What do you mean? What's your concern?
Yeah, but let's submit. Let's submit.
Oh.
Let's see. What?
I had the print statement in there.
I get that.
Cool.
Okay.
So what I had before was yeah, if it equals none.
It wouldn't update.
I'm not getting it.
Because that would only work for the first time.
Yes.
Right? But you need something that gets updated. Because what if it jumps? If there's a jump between like 1 and 3 and 4 and 5, there's a jump between those. They're not connected. 3 and 4 are not connected. So that checking that is just gonna make sure you have the new set interval. I don't know if that makes sense. I believe so. Yeah, it's only going to work for the first case. So what do you think? What do you think?
So could we have done like could we have done something like another if statement that just has this?
We could, yeah.
How do I copy this?
But it'd be the same thing though.
Yeah, it would, right? But like,
I believe so. Uh-huh.
mine's faster. No, I'm just joking. Okay, yeah, I was just wondering. I was wondering why that one simple trick fixed it all, but yes, it makes sense that this is not accounting for this change that we need if
Yes.
there's a gap.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Um
Okay, that's interesting.
Escalate says I'm interested to see how the timeline approach works. Yeah.
If you saw it, put it on the Discord.
Yeah, I might try that after the stream. Or maybe like I was thinking, I don't know. I gotta write it down. I gotta take my time with it. I know we could probably work on it now, but I don't want to take too much of um the rest that we need to take. But I'm glad we're able to solve it of course, with your help, Escalade.
Hey, it's a really good problem, Escalate.
I liked it.
Actually, pretty cool. Pretty
Good
cool. Pretty cool.
choice.
He's. All right then.
Right, Jose?
Want to call it here, brother?
Yeah, man. Call it.
All righty. So, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for one more week for staying with us. I know we got, Carlos' mom in here. Appreciate it a lot for tuning in, for helping us in our stuff. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate that. We always enjoy that support. We got OB that was pressuring us in the beginning, so hopefully he's still here. Thank you for tuning in, being keeping us on track. He was like, When would you start, bro?" So he's keeping us a check. We appreciate that. We got Ali. Thank you for tuning in as well. We got, of course, Escalate. Came in, we dropped a problem, a dime of a problem. Helped us out. We learned a lot. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Thank you, Escalate, a lot. We got Arturo too, who tuned in here for a bit. We appreciate that too a lot. And yeah. And if you guys
We got a
seeing us at
question.
the stream, oh, oh, do you guys ever jump? Here and there, we had some occasions, like 3 or 4 occasions, where we do phone a viewer. We do phone a viewer, and to help us out to solve a problem. So it's not out of the picture. It's not out of the picture, for sure. Yeah, I don't know if Carter still, has that in, like as an option, right? But for
I
me,
don't
I'm
mind. I don't
good.
mind.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it's still not out of the picture. We're still here. We're still here. So sometimes we do phone a viewer and we allow them to jump into the call for them to help us out, to drop some wisdom, some whatever it is, that might help us. So yeah, of course, of course. Hey, thank you, Ali. Thank you for tuning in and staying here. Appreciate that a lot. So yeah, do you got anything to say, Carlos? Any?
I appreciate y'all for coming out to another weekly stream. We're gonna try to evolve our content a little bit more. So no guarantees though, but just know we're keeping that in mind. We want to evolve it. Heading into the summer, we got a heavy workload, but also,
Yep, yep.
outside of the workload, we got time to put some more planning and thought into these streams, because we know there's people that come around frequently and stuff. So we want to make sure we're just improving our content as well, if we have the time to. So um, I have a feeling the summer will allow us to give us that time. Well, will give us that time, but I could be wrong. That's why I don't want to make no guarantees. But just know that we want to evolve our content.
Yep.
And stuff like that. So me and Jose, we're gonna start talking about it, do some meetings, jot some ideas, brainstorm, all that good stuff, and see what we come up with. But other than that, I'm glad we're able to solve some problems, explain them a little bit, and then next week we'll do it again. Keep your bell notifications on,
Bell notifications
because
on.
we don't have a
Yes,
set
sir.
date. We don't have a set date on streaming, so we stream sporadically. So
Yep.
it could be any day of the week. Usually it's on the weekends, but you never know. Sometimes we stream on a Wednesday, sometimes we stream on a Thursday, a Friday. So other than that, join the Discord if you want to stay in touch, if you want to chat.
Yep.
We always, if someone asks a question there, we'll answer it, and then yeah, that's all I gotta say.
Yeah. Yeah, no, make sure to join that Discord. The Discord, that's where we most of the time announce that the streams are about to start, like a couple minutes or right as soon as stream starts, we post in there. And yeah. So yeah, pretty much that's everything I had to say, Carlos. You good?
I'm good.
Double check. Alrighty, so with that said, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for staying here and helping us in this road. Stay safe. Have a great day, great night, great afternoon, great morning, whatever it is. Have a great day. So thank you guys and peace out.